want Mini Mini out?
Yeah, I think I'll do it that way.
I don't see the lights.
Hey, John! Hold on a second. John, you can hook up the Mini from Grills.
Huh?
Mini from Grills.
Dolly?
Boy, I'm popular. I should have got sued before now.
Dolly?
Miss Parton, what
What?
do you want to tell the jury this afternoon?
Well, I'm going to testify that I'm totally innocent and that I've never met these people and I've never heard their song until the night before the deposition when the lawsuit was brought before us, because they're not claiming that they ever sent the song to me. They're saying they sent it in a brown paper bag wrapper to Jane Fonda's house in 75 or 76, and that she saved it for 4 years so I could hear it, so I could steal it for 9 to 5, and they don't have any proof.
How much of an
excuse me.
embarrassment is this? I mean, your reputation is somewhat being brought into question. How much are you bothered by this whole thing?
I'm very bothered by this because of what it has done to my reputation in the business, because I've worked for many, many years trying to be a fair and honest and decent, creative person where I could give something to other people. And more than anything else, it's embarrassed me and it's hurt me. It hurts me to know that there are people out there that really think that I might have done this. Even if I'm found innocent, which I believe that I will be, there'll always be people that will always wonder. So it's upset me very much, and if it should be that the verdict would be guilty, then I will keep this in court for the rest of my life until I clear my good name.
Miss Parton, when you were instructed to write the song, were you told to write with a title 9 to 5, or was that your creation?
No, I wasn't instructed to write the song. I wasn't commissioned to write it, but that was the name of the movie already, the script. And that was from an organization of women, secretaries out of Boston, Massachusetts. And so Jane had put this together. She had started this in 73, 74. And the people that have sued us, the Goldbergs, they say that they sang at a couple of rallies for Tom Hayden, which I was not involved with Jane's and Tom's politics in any way at that time, nor later. And so they're saying that they sang, but they don't remember if they did do the song there. They don't know if Jane or Tom ever heard it. They're not saying that they did. But there's some amazing coincidences. The fact that it's connected to Jane, that they did sing at a thing, and that there's some similarities in the melody, which there are many. But it's a total coincidence, because this is, and I feel like I'm the one that's suffering for a whole lot of things that I'm totally innocent of.
Dolly, you've heard the song Money World. What do you think of the song? Do you like it?
Well, I've heard the song Money World many times. The song is 11 minutes long. I couldn't have the time to sit down and listen to an 11-minute song, and it's 4 or 5 minutes into the song before it even gets to the 5 notes in question. We're not talking about a whole song. We're talking about 5 notes. It's not the story, and so I'm not one to judge other people's material. It's not like my song, and it's not a big production song, and it wouldn't have held my interest long enough for me to listen long enough to steal it, and I could have found better things for myself.
The Goldbergs say they offered to settle out of court with you.
No, the Goldbergs, we offered to settle out of court with the Goldbergs. They were willing to talk for a large amount of money, thinking that we would give them a large amount of money to go to court. But I knew I was innocent. I didn't want the public embarrassment of it. But I figured if we got in court that I would win anyway, and then they wouldn't have that money, whatever. We just didn't want the public embarrassment is the only reason we agreed to give them some money. We wanted to settle out of court.
It seems that your defense in the case, the defense in the case is that the chorus to 9 to 5 is common, and your lawyer mentioned other songs that had similar choruses.
Yes.
Are you at all bothered by the fact that they're saying you wrote a common song?
Well, I
That's
thought
not exactly what we're saying.
That's not what they're saying. They're saying that there are these notes in questions are PD, that meaning public domain. That means people have used them for hundreds of years. Like the song One, and for instance, I didn't realize till yesterday that the song When She Crossed That Room and My Heart Went Boom and I Held Her Hand in Mine, which is the same notes in question. It's also the same as in Move It On Down the Road. Same as in like working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Same as in the money world. Basically the same as like got the people working 9 to 5. you know, what he's saying. So the fact that he had the words 9 to 5 in a melody that was similar with the set of circumstances or coincidences with the thing is what makes this thing so confusing to the jury.
Why did you offer to settle out of court? If
Because
there's no infringement?
the reason I wanted to settle out of court is because I did not need you here, this public embarrassment, for me to have to stand on television, a person that has worked for 30 years and better and built a career on my honesty. You may not like the way I look or the way I present myself or the way I sing or whatever, but you'll have to admit I work hard and I do it with a lot of honesty and a lot of integrity, and I'm insulted.
Miss Parton, how do you explain, though? I mean, you even admit there are coincidences. How do you explain these amazing coincidences?
Well, the way I explain this set of coincidences, since they are, and I believe the jury knows it, I even believe the Goldbergs know that they thought that there were some coincidences that would make a good case, and they've given it their best, and they've certainly, you know, put together some very deceiving things as far as comparison tapes, making things sound like my song, and really trying to just drag me into a whole bunch of things. But I look at it like God must have had something for all of us to learn from this. I'm learning a lot about myself, self-discipline, learning a lot about the court. I've never been in court before, so I'm just...
You think the Goldbergs did not go into this in good faith?
Well, see, I don't know that the Goldbergs are not sincere. I don't know what their motives are. I know that I am innocent, and I believe in their heart that they know, and I think that if there's any justice at all, then that's fine. They've left it in God's hands, and I have said from the start it's in God's hands. So I think we're all in God's hands, so let him work it out. And I'm going to lunch now.
But Dolly, what if, you know, the George Harrison case is one that people talk about. The judge was very nice to him, and verdict yet was found guilty. My Sweet Lord and the other side. What if you were found guilty?
Well, then I will appeal. I will leave this in
Don't look that way. The boy's in the way.
How much did you offer to settle out of court? You just didn't
What was
offer
the
them
amount
enough money,
involved?
is that?
Well, it was a small amount of money because we just wanted to, you know...
Dolly, Dave again. Dave, come back over again, Dolly.
But I don't know the amount, actually.
How much was offered, but not enough, apparently.
Dolly, look up. Wave to us again. Wave to us again. Wave to us
This
again.
press conference since the... You don't want to wave, guys. You don't want to
I feel
wave.
like DeLorean here. Now don't shoot me from my back end. The sass has gone to my
Can we
hip.
stand up now?
Do we stand now? You guys doing good?
Is everybody fine?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, okay.
John, can you do me a favor?
Boy, was that exciting.
I'd like to hear
The best part was I was next to the last mic on there.
Talks about honesty and...
Pete, you need a copy?
For,
Integrity and things like that.
yeah, the integrity.
Have me inside.